Hello everyone and welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise. In the last episode we got blown out by Kansas City, as seems to be the norm with these Denver Broncos, but we also traded for Tyler Huntley to be the quarterback for the rest of this season. We have allowed 55, 34, 45, 37, and 49 points in the first 5 weeks of the regular season. A historically bad defense, which is very true to life for Denver. In reality, I don't think it's entirely the defense's fault. I think that our offense is getting rid of the ball too quickly and our defense just doesn't really have much of an opportunity to do anything. Not to mention that through the first 5 weeks, I mean, this is 5 of the best offenses in the NFL, including the Chiefs twice. It was always going to be brutal through the first 5 weeks. The schedule gets a lot easier from here on out. Raiders, Bucks, Raiders, Falcons, Cardinals, Colts, Browns, Steelers, Bengals, Saints, Chargers, Panthers. Really the only one that is like a super big time team is the Bengals. And I guess maybe you could argue the Chargers. They do still have a really good offense. So it does get easier. And I don't imagine us keeping up this level of really poor play. It was just a brutal first 5 weeks of the season. That being said, I do think it is time to blow up the team even a little bit further than we already have. And that is going to start with Greg Dulcich, the tight end. Now that we know that Rashad Winters has superstar, there's really just not a need for Greg Dulcich. He's kind of just taking up a roster spot, getting no playing time. Before we do that, I'm curious who this crisis in confidence is. It could be Dulcich. I'm guessing that it's Mims. It's Josh Reynolds. Hey, coach, I haven't been as productive as I was hoping to be this year. Having a big game might help me get back on track. Make promise or reject him. I didn't expect it to be Josh Reynolds. He was signed onto the team to just be depth. Like he was never going to be. The only reason he's playing at all really is because Jerry Jeudy is injured. So I am going to reject him. He's not a focal point of this offense. It's Chester Truman, Marvin Mims, and Rashad Winters until Jerry Jeudy comes back. Each week we drop the game plan. It's with intent to do what it takes to win the game. And that's so funny at 1-4, not force feed players to keep them entertained. Oh my God, that is a brutal answer. I want to make plays which would help the team, and this is how I get treated. Whatever, coach. Well, there goes his morale. Lack of production has left wide receiver Josh Reynolds extremely unhappy and frustrated. There is a trade I really like for Greg Dulcich, and it's important right now, I think, even though it's with the Chargers, they'd be sending us right guard Zion Johnson and a 6th. He is a star right guard. He's very young. It helps us a ton, and the Chargers are awful at tight end. Their starting tight end right now is Trey McKitty, and he's like a 66 overall. This is a massive upgrade for them at tight end, and with how injured we are on the line, it is a big upgrade for us. So as much as I hate to help the Chargers, I kind of think I have to accept this. Done deal. Let's send it to the league office and make it official. Goodbye, Greg Dulcich. Welcome to the team, Zion Johnson. All right, roster is full once again. It'll be Winters, Parham, and then Bryant. Fisher is the left tackle. Somehow his morale is already low. Ben Powers the left guard. Blaine Wynn is the center. Zion Johnson is going to start at right guard while Quinn Miners is still out. Mike McGlinchey is back this week, which is excellent. So the offensive line looking a little bit better. Well, and here's a thought. Do we trade away Tyler Beatty, who we re-signed and has just been not good? Trade accepted. Okay, Tyler Beatty has been shipped off to the Titans. We, in return, get Tajay Spears. They get a 2nd next season and a 4th in 2027. So Tajay Spears will be the starter going forward with Javonte Williams out. Him and Javonte are incredibly similar players, so we will likely look to trade Javonte potentially. I'm not too sure. We'll take a look. But anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this matchup against the Raiders. Here at Allegiant Stadium, all too familiar on this YouTube channel, as Josh Jacobs was pretty good last week, 152 yards and a touchdown. Looking to hopefully slow him down, although I don't necessarily expect it with how bad this defense has been. Riley Dixon will get us underway, and it's kicked off here in Vegas. Taking a knee. I think that might be Trey Tucker. I'm not positive, but here comes Jimmy G and the Raiders offense for the first time today and for the first time against Denver this season. Jimmy G on the season, 887 yards, 7 touchdowns, and only 1 pick. The Raiders, of course, are 3-2 and actually don't look half bad so far this season. Denver, however, on the opposite side of the spectrum, 1-4 and look like one of the worst teams in the NFL so far this season. We'll see if the defense can play a little bit better today, as this is definitely a pass in this situation. Maybe get some pressure on the quarterback with Jimmy G. Throws quickly, finds his man. It's Michael Mayer, but it's knocked away. Incomplete, 3rd down. 3rd and 9 from the 26 for the Raiders. Jimmy G out of the shotgun. Will fake to Jacobs and throw across the middle, looking for Myers, but overthrown. 4th down, they'll punt it away. And that is where this very new look Broncos offense takes over. Tyler Huntley now the quarterback, and Tajay Spears now the running back after a trade sent Tyler Beatty away and brought in Spears. Pretty excited about Tajay Spears and what he can do. Obviously a very young running back with a lot to prove. And on 1st and 10 from the 44, we will go to Spears, and he's up the gut, and he's got a big gain, a pickup of 10, just short of the 1st down marker. On 2nd and inches from the 46, we'll go back to Spears, and he's got another big gain here, and he's up to the 34 in Raider territory. 1st and 10 Denver. 1st and 10 from the 34, Chester Truman in motion, and it's a jet sweep for him. Doesn't have a whole lot of room to work with, and Rashad Winters goes down with an injury. As if the injury bug hadn't bit us enough, Donald Parham, the new 2nd-string tight end, after Dulcich was traded away, takes over. This will be a quick throw to Spears, who holds on. A pickup of 2, 3rd and 5. A quadricep strain for Winters means he will miss the rest of this game, but I believe it's not more serious than that. 3rd and 5 from the 28. Play action. Huntley will look to throw, looking downfield for Parham, and it's out of reach, inaccurate. 4th and 5. Denver going to have to settle for 3. Kick from Tanner Brown, held by Minshew, is up. It's right down the middle. And it's 3-0 in the early stages of this game for the Broncos. Jimmy G and the Raiders offense have retaken the field. 1st and 10 from the 25. See if they run the ball here. They don't. It's a quick throw to Jacoby Myers. Has the reception and is down at the 31. That makes it 2nd down and 4 from the 31. Jimmy G under center. Has 3 out to the right. Throws for Renfro, makes the grab. Damari Mathis pushes him down. 1st and 10 to the 49 for the Raiders. From midfield, Jimmy G out of the shotgun. Changing up the play a little bit. Has somebody in motion there on the right. And he will look to throw quickly for Mayer. Knocked away. Cameron Bynum there in coverage. That makes it 2nd and 10. You will see Israel Mukwamu from time to time. He's playing in place of the injured Caden Stearns. And this is a reception for Devontae Adams. The first time we've seen him so far today. 1st and 10 again for the Raiders. On 1st and 10 from the 33. Jimmy G looking to throw again. Finds his man but dropped. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33. A handoff to Jacobs, and he's got some room to work with. Not a ton, but a short gain. 3rd and 6. Denver looking to hold the Raiders to a field goal here. Keep it a tie game. As Jimmy G, under some pressure, has to throw it away. Lucky to not take the sack. 4th and 6. I imagine Daniel Carlson will come out and kick 3. Carlson's kick is up, and it is right down the middle as well. And it is 3-3 here in Vegas. Broncos take back over on offense. And the running game was working pretty well for us to start the last drive. So we'll go back to it. Tajay Spears has a pickup of 1. Max Crosby was there very quickly. On 2nd and 9, it'll be play action. We'll look to throw. Try to hit Reynolds, but under some pressure. 3rd down. 3rd and 9 from the 26. Huntley takes the snap, looks to throw. Running out of time again, and Max Crosby's there in the backfield. Just completely cooked Mike McGlinchey. 4th and 15. We'll have to punt it away. Raiders take over from their own 37. Honestly, pretty good field position to start this drive for them. And it's a handoff to Jacobs. Kelvin Joseph can't bring him down. A number of Broncos defenders had to wrap him up. 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, I formation for the Raiders, possibly running again. It's a fake, actually, and they hit Devontae Adams across the middle, and that is a completion for them. Makes it 1st and 10 from the 44, still in the I formation, as Jimmy G changing up the play a little bit before the snap. And it's a keeper for him, and he shouldn't have this time. Brought down by Zach Allen and Nick Bonito. A big loss there, 2nd and 17. 2nd and long, still in the I formation. Wonder if it's play action. Again, it is. Jimmy G throwing down the field. Michael Mayer had Jonathan Cooper in coverage, and that was never going to go well. Touchdown Raiders. Michael Mayer, a tight end I like a lot, breaks away down the field, and the Raiders will take a 10-3 lead here early in the game. Broncos offense struggling once again in the early goings of this game. 1st and 10. Throw for Chester Truman is completed. He is leading the NFL in receiving yards, by the way. Chester Truman in his rookie year. Chester Truman was an absolute steal in the 5th round of the NFL draft. 1st and 10 from the 38. Handoff, number 38, Jaleel McLaughlin. Maybe going to get a little bit more love with Tyler Beatty leaving the situation. 2nd down and 5 from the 43. Huntley going to look to throw here. Mims got laid out. Going to go down the field for Reynolds. And that was a mistake as Huntley can't throw super deep down the field. 3rd down. Tyrell Simmons has checked into the game here. 3rd and 5. We'll go to Simmons. And he's got the completion, but is just short of the 1st down. 4th and inches. Denver lined up to go for this. 4th and inches from their own 47. Take the snap, handoff, Spears up the gut. He got the first. To midfield goes Tajay Spears. 1st and 10 Denver. 1st and 10 from the 50. Huntley to throw again. Going to look across the middle for Reynolds. And it is terribly inaccurate, intercepted by the Raiders. And they will take over from their own 41. I just got to remember I can't throw down the field. It does not matter who the quarterback is. We cannot throw down the field. From the 41, Jimmy G throws quickly for Adams. He wasn't ready for it. I formation once again. They're in this I formation a lot, and they run a ton of play action out of it. On 2nd and 10, it is play action once again. Zach Allen's there, but not there quick enough. Thrown away by Jimmy G. 3rd down. 3rd and 10 from the 41. Denver looking to get a stop. Jimmy G out of the shotgun this time. No play action. And throws it away once again. 4th down. I imagine they punted away here. Denver defense holds strong. The offense able to take back over despite the interception. 1st and 10. Tyler Huntley hands off Spears, who cuts it back. Good pickup for him. A pickup of 5. On 2nd and 5 from the 35, it's a handoff again to Spears. Falls forward, has the 1st down at the 40. I guess we may as well run the ball until it doesn't work because our air attack is pretty much only good if we're throwing to Chester Truman. Handoff, Spears runs into a defender, and it's going to be 2nd down. That brings us to the end of the 1st quarter where the Raiders hold a 10-3 lead. 2nd and 10 from the 40. Look to throw. Going to try to find Reynolds across the middle, makes the grab. Going to be 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1. We'll go to Spears up the gut, finds the 1st down yardage to the 46. 1st and 10 Denver. On 1st and 10 from the 46, we go back to Spears again. A great block at the 2nd level from Michael Burton, the fullback. 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4 from the 40. Going back to Spears. Divine Diablo's there, but Spears falls forward. It'll be 3rd and inches. We've been in a lot of these 3rd and short situations. I think we go back to Spears again here. We do. Ben Powers gets a good block, and Spears breaks away to the left side and has a big gain to the 23. Spears has been an absolute workhorse to this point. On 1st and 10, we're going back to him, and Max Crosby blows it up. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Huntley, play action. Will look to throw. Looking for Chester Truman towards the end zone. Inaccurate, out of bounds, 3rd and 7. I feel like this is just further proof that obviously Huntley is not my guy going forward, but I do think he is a little bit better than Gardner Minshew. Will throw for Chester Truman, who holds on to it. 1st and 10 at the 10 for the Broncos. Not technically goal to go here. 1st and 10 from the 10. Handoff, Spears. Can he punch this in? He can't. He's just short, but he did get the 1st down yardage, and it's 1st and goal for Denver from the 1. Jaleel McLaughlin has entered the game. See if he can finish this off. Hand it off to him up the gut. Touchdown, Broncos. That's got to hurt, as Spears was the main running back the whole possession and just needed a rest for one play, and Jaleel gets the touchdown. But either way, a great day so far for Tajay Spears, and a touchdown for Jaleel McLaughlin sees Denver tie the game back up. The Raiders starting their drive from the usual spot, the 25. Haven't run a ton to Jacobs so far today. We'll see if they do that a little bit more on this drive. 7 minutes left to play in the first half. It's a fake to Jacobs. Zach Allen there, and Jimmy G throwing it away once again. 5 for 14 on the day. Makes it 2nd and 10 as Garoppolo has someone in motion, probably Devontae Adams. It's actually Hunter Renfrow, and it's a throw for Josh Jacobs, brought down by Devin Bush. 3rd down and 5. Can the Broncos get a stop? As Jimmy looks to throw, finds Devontae Adams, who has a drop. 4th and 5. The Raiders will have to punt it away. What a terrible time for a drop. 6.5 minutes left to play. The Broncos offense takes back over. Huntley with the ball will look to throw, finding Josh Reynolds, makes the grab, and is down at the 34, 2nd and 1. So on 2nd down, we'll go to Spears. There's a good blitz, but picked up, and Spears has excellent blockers down the field, and a good carry for him, nearing 100 yards on the day in his debut as a Bronco. Makes it 1st and 10 from the 46, nearing midfield. Dump it off to Spears, who makes the grab. I think he was out of bounds, though. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 46. Handoff Spears to the left side. Good blocking from Chester Truman helps Spears get 8 there. 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, Huntley will look to throw for Chester Truman. Makes the grab, and he holds on down at the Raiders 39. 1st and 10 from the 39. Huntley takes the snap, looks to throw, and inaccurate for Chester Truman, who was streaking across the middle. 2nd down, when in doubt, go back to the ground. Tajay Spears on the carry has another good one. That's a pickup of about 13 or 14. He has 112 yards on the day already. So on 1st and 10 from the 25, Huntley will look to throw. Has Parham, and he has the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown Broncos. Donald Parham, playing in replacement of the injured Rashad Winters, has a touchdown here, and a good throw from Tyler Huntley sees Denver take the lead 17-10. 3.5 minutes left to play here. Jimmy G has looked really bad to this point. Will he continue to look that way? Throws for Jacoby Myers, but inaccurate, I guess. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 25. It is a fake to Jacobs, and then a throw downfield for Adams, and deflected by Pat Surtain. 3rd and long for the Raiders. Again, just looking to get anything going offensively here recently. And it is going to be a throw for Jacoby Myers. It's actually Devontae Adams, makes the grab. 1st and 10 down at the 45. That conversion keeps it alive for the Raiders. Jimmy G out of the shotgun. Changing the play up. Will look to throw. Throws quickly for Mayer, brought down by PS2 and Drew Sanders. Pickup of 3. So it's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes left to play. They could let this go to the 2-minute warning. They won't. They're running one more play for Renfrow, who breaks a tackle, and he is gone. Touchdown Raiders. I believe that was Damari Mathis in coverage, who got scorched. Renfrow breaking a tackle and running away with it. We'll see. It's actually Tyreek Stevenson, who has been downgraded to the cornerback 3 and playing poorly still. Still 2 minutes left to play, and all 3 timeouts for the Broncos. 1st and 10 from the 25. Huntley will look to throw, dumping it off to Mims. Can't juke out anyone, and is down at the 34. 2nd down. On 2nd and 1. Look to throw again with Huntley. Find Josh Reynolds. Is he fast enough? He's decently fast. He's got a huge gain here into Vegas territory down at the 29. 1st and 10 from the 29. Huntley will look to throw again. It's a screen designed for Spears, and I guess it was out of reach, even though it hit him in the hands. 2nd and 10 from the 29. Huntley will look to throw. Going to try to hit Mims down the field. He makes the grab. A big 1st down. 1st and goal, Denver. Mims out of the game. Tyrell Simmons has entered. 1st and goal from the 9. Look to throw. Hit Spears. He's open, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown Broncos. And the 2-minute offense looked very good on this drive. A couple big plays. Sees Denver get the lead back from the Raiders, and they will be up 24-17 here. 47 seconds, though, is still a lot of time for the Raiders, and they have all of their timeouts as well. Jimmy G getting under some pressure, throws it away. Always eager to throw it away, it seems. Makes it 2nd and 10. 42 seconds left to play here in the first half, as Garoppolo has Devontae Adams or possibly Hunter Renfrow in motion. And it's a throw for Adams, going to be brought down by PS2 and Drew Sanders at the 41. They call a timeout. 2nd and 10 from the 41. Raiders looking to get some points on the board, and this is deflected by Pat Surtain. 3rd and 10 coming up. 3rd and 10 from the 41. 30 seconds left. Jimmy G takes the snap, looks to throw. Running out of time, Baron Browning's in the backfield, and it's a sack for the Broncos. We'll call a timeout to see if we can do anything on offense with the time that's left. 1st and 10 from the 21 for Denver. Looking to throw. Maybe try to hit Chester Truman. It's inaccurate from Huntley. Honestly, when in doubt, send Chester Truman deep and just see what happens. Honestly, as we're doing that here, and it's knocked away, but it was worth a shot. Tyler Huntley, not with the biggest arm, so I'm not exactly shocked, as we will hand this off to Spears on 3rd down, and he's got an excellent carry, actually, and has the first, but we'll let it go to halftime. Denver, the offense looking good, 24-17. Specifically, the rushing game led by Spears looks fantastic, but Denver on top of the world right now, with just a lead, really, is all we need to feel on top of the world. Headed to halftime, though. Halftime report, New Orleans at home, losing to the 1-4 Giants. Both of these teams kind of struggling here in the early goings. In San Francisco, the Niners hosting the Cardinals are losing 21-10. The Cardinals are 3-2, sneaky good. And in Tampa Bay, the Philadelphia Eagles are visiting. They improve to 5-1 with a blowout win over the Buccaneers. Denver will start with the football here, and you gotta assume it'll be more and more running with Spears playing as well as he is, and it is going to be a run play on the first snap, and he does have an excellent carry, up to 136 yards on the day already. I don't want to work him to death, but he has been excellent, and it just feels like we want to keep going back to the run. 1st and 10 from the 37. It is Spears up the gut, breaks a tackle down at the 40. So on 2nd and 6, empty set for Huntley. From the 40, we'll look to throw, looking for Truman. Inaccurate. 3rd down and 6 from the 40. Looking to throw again with Huntley. Going to try to find Mims, who holds on to it through contact. 1st down, Denver at the 50. Marvin Mims has looked pretty good these last couple weeks with Huntley in. Definitely looks a little bit better with him than he did with Minshew. 1st and 10 from the 50. For the Broncos, going to throw for Chester Truman, who holds on but takes a hit immediately, a pickup of 3. Spears alone in the backfield, takes the handoff, breaks a couple of tackles, and has a 1st down at the 40. I'm really impressed with Tajay Spears. 1st and 10, Denver from the 40. Huntley will look to throw on 1st down, finds Parham, who actually has surprisingly good speed for being 6'8", an absolute giant. 1st and 10 from the 24. Huntley, play action. Fake to Spears, gonna look for Chester Truman, who makes the grab. Touchdown, Broncos. And the offense actually doesn't look half bad today. Chester Truman, though, already looks fantastic. Looks like one of the best wide receivers in the league already. And just solidifying his case here. Another touchdown for the Broncos will extend the lead. 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Raiders. They take back over, finally running with Jacobs, and it does not work out. Avery Baptiste and Zach Allen in the backfield. 2nd and 12. Will they look to throw immediately after the failed run? I would imagine so. From the 23 on 2nd and 12. It's a fake to Jacobs and a throw for Adams. Outrunning everyone. Can't stiff arm Cameron Bynum, though, but is in Denver territory at the 46. 1st and 10 from the 46 for the Raiders. Devontae Adams over there in motion. And it's a fake once again to Jacobs. And a throw across the middle for Myers is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 46 for the Raiders. Jimmy G, no play action this time. We'll look to throw, running out of time. That's Baron Browning in the backfield. A sack and a half on the day for him. Really coming alive in the last couple weeks. So it's 3rd and 22 for the Vegas Raiders. Down 31-17. Looking to throw here on 3rd down. I'll try to get all of it back, but not going to get it. A dump off to Jacobs. sees them down at the 50, 4th and 14. An excellent punt sees Denver starting from inside their own 1. I mean, it's inside the half-yard line, really. The perfect coffin corner. 1st and 10, handoff, Tajay Spears, and he's going to get a good chunk of it out of the way. And it's actually going to be a first down at the 10. 1st and 10 from the 10. It's going to be a handoff, Spears again. Doesn't get anywhere this time. I think that's Divine Diablo on the tackle. 2nd and 9 from the 12. Look to throw here. Going to throw for Reynolds, and throwing out of a sack is Huntley. It falls incomplete. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 from the 12. Huntley will look to throw again. Going to find Reynolds across the middle, and he holds on, and he has the first down with forward progress at the 21. Reynolds kind of playing well today. Obviously complained at the beginning of the episode about not getting enough touches. Has had a number of touches today. As speaking of a number of touches, the 23rd rush on the day for Spears sees 2 yards. 2nd and 8 from the 23. Huntley takes the snap, looks to throw. Throwing for Marvin Mims, who's brought down quickly. And it'll be 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 from the 29. Huntley takes the snap, looks to throw. Tries to find Spears, who has it knocked out. 4th and 2. We're going to punt it away. Raiders take over from the 22. Looking to get some points on the board on this drive, make the game a little closer going into the 4th quarter as Inyomu Wazarike gets a big TFL. 2nd and 13. The Raiders been unable to run the ball on what has been a historically bad defense through 5 weeks. Jimmy G had plenty of time and missed the throw. Looking for Jacoby Myers, I guess. 3rd and 13. Jimmy G out of the shotgun. Needs a conversion here. I'd really be wanting points if I were the Raiders in this situation, as Jacobs brought down by PS2, short of the line to gain 4th and 5. Julio McLaughlin has entered the game. Don't want to completely wear Tajay Spears out. 1st and 10 from the 32. We'll run it with Jaleel. Doesn't get a whole lot, maybe 1 yard. 2nd and 9. On 2nd down from the 33, Huntley will look to throw. Going to try to find Reynolds, knocked away by Divine Diablo, who was excellent in coverage there. 3rd down. 3rd and 9 from the 33. Huntley looking to throw. Going to look downfield for Chester Truman. Instead, going to throw it straight to the safety. Like I said, I have to remember we can't throw it down the field. This has potential to be a pick 6 for the Raiders. An excellent run back sees them at the 25 in Denver territory. And again, that's on me trying to throw downfield. 1st and 10 from the Broncos 25 this time for the Raiders. It's a handoff to Jacobs. Has excellent speed, jukes out Bynum, but brought down by Devin Bush. 2nd and 7. End of the 3rd quarter, and Denver is up 31-17 over the Raiders, primed to get their 2nd win on the season. On 2nd and 7 from the 21, first play of the 4th quarter is an RPO to Devontae Adams, brought down by Pat Surtain, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and 3, a big conversion here if they're able to get it. So I think Devin Bush is one-on-one with Devontae Adams. We'll see if they take advantage of that. They don't. It's to Josh Jacobs, who's pushed out of bounds at the 17 by Avery Baptiste. 4th and 2 Raiders. And they are lining up for the Daniel Carlson field goal attempt. So from the 17, the kick is up. It is good. And it is 31-20 in favor of the Broncos. Spears back in the game after taking the last possession off, which was very short. 1st and 10 from the 25. We're going back to him. Up the gut, falls forward. A pickup of 4, 2nd and 6. On 2nd down from the 29, it's back to Spears, and he doesn't get very far. Nothing really to run through there. 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 from the 31. Denver looking to get the first here. It's going to be a screen for Spears again. Hits him in the hands, but is considered out of reach. We'll have to punt it away. Raiders start from their own 36, I formation. They have pretty good starting field position. This game is definitely not over by any stretch of the imagination. Out of the eye, it is a throw, and it's for Hunter Renfrow. And that was Israel Mukwamu in coverage on him getting scorched. That makes it 1st and 10 again. This time from the Denver 44, as Garoppolo will hand it off to Jacobs, who's finally going to have a pretty good carry here. Gets a first down, in fact, down at the 34. 1st and 10 again for the Raiders, getting first downs every play right now. And Jimmy G will look to throw inaccurate under pressure from Zach Allen. Drew Sanders in coverage. 8.5 minutes left to play. 2nd and 10 from the 34. Jimmy G changing the play completely. Flipping Devontae to the right side where PS2 will follow. And all kinds of time to throw, but terribly inaccurate in the direction of Renfro. 3rd and 10. So 2 poor throws from Jimmy G. Sees the Raiders at 3rd and long from the 34 and throwing for Renfro, who makes the grab. Stevenson honestly had pretty good coverage. Just an excellent play from Jimmy G and Renfro. First down on 1st and 10 from the 20. It's going to be a handoff to Jacobs, met by Devin Bush and Baron Browning. 2nd and 8 on 2nd down from the 18. Jimmy G out of the shotgun will look to throw, knocked away. Pat Surtain managed to cover 2 receivers there. 3rd down. Garoppolo. All kinds of time firing back corner Devontae Adams, and he stepped out of bounds. PS2 wagging his finger like he didn't get burnt by Devontae Adams. I guess he didn't get a foot in, and it's 4th and 8. They'll have to kick a field goal again. No challenge flag from the Raiders, and the kick is up. It is good, and they're suddenly down by 8. So a 1 possession game here in Vegas. So the Denver offense, which has been very stale the last couple of possessions, is back on the field. 1st and 10, only up by 1 score now. Throwing for Chester Truman is Tyler Huntley. He, of course, has 99 speed, can outrun anyone. And a big first down already to midfield. A touchdown, or really any score here from Denver, can seal it for the most part, as it would make it a 2-possession lead once again. No gain for Spears, though. Diablo on the blitz. 2nd and 10 from the 47. Huntley will look to throw. Going to try to find Parham, but goes incomplete. What did Marvin Mims just do? It's like he went to run his route, got absolutely cooked, and then ran a completely different route. 3rd and 10 for Denver. Tyler Huntley will look to throw. Dump it off to Spears, deflected by Max Crosby, and it's 4th and 10 from our own 47. So the Raiders will have to start from their own 5 after a good Riley Dixon punt, and it's a fake to Jacobs, and Jimmy G takes a hit but got it away. Nearly a safety for Devin Bush. 2nd and 10 from the 5. Surprised they went with play action from their own 5. Offset I formation. Jimmy G throws quickly for Adams, knocked out by Pat Surtain. An excellent play. 3rd and 10 from the 5. Big stop on the horizon for Denver. Can they convert? Garoppolo throws, knocked away by Devin Bush. 4th and 10. Do you think they punted away here? So the Raiders had to punt out of their own end zone after a great stand from the Broncos defense, and therefore the offense will start from the Raiders 44. 1st and 10 with 5.5 minutes left to play. It's a handoff up the gut to Spears. Doesn't get very far, but does have 27 attempts on the day, by the way. On 2nd and 6 from the 40, Spears on the counter has good blocking down the field and has a big first down to the 29, and the clock continues to run. Broncos just looking to kill as much time as possible, get some points on the board, and get out of here with their 2nd victory on the season. Be another handoff to Spears, and he's got another good carry. Jukes out a defender, stays in bounds, nearly to 200 yards on the day. So on 1st and 10 from the 16, it's a handoff to Spears again, and this time he gets speared in the backfield. 2nd and long. Under 3 minutes left to play now. 2nd and 13. We'll go back to Spears. And no gain here. 31 rushes on the day. He's got to be feeling a little tired. 3rd and 13 from the 19. Huntley takes the snap, looks to throw. Going to look for his man, Chester Truman, and he's in the end zone. And that'll do it. Touchdown Broncos again for Chester Truman. Always open somehow. Just need a quarterback that can get him the ball. And Tyler Huntley has been doing a better job of that ever since he took over. And Denver looking to walk away with a 2nd victory on the season here. Raiders empty set, 1st and 10. It would take a miracle to try to win this game, and that's knocked away from Davante Adams, I believe was the targeted receiver. That makes it 2nd and 10. Not an empty set this time. Jacobs in the backfield there. Jimmy G will look to throw out of the shotgun, looking for Adams again, makes the grab, dropped by PS2, and we hit the 2-minute warning, but they'll hurry it up somehow. I don't know how they managed that. From the 40, no huddle offense despite it being the 2-minute warning, and this is a completion for Hunter Renfrow, who goes out of bounds at the Denver 32. Tyreek Stevenson having a rough year so far this season. 1st and 10 from the 32 as Garoppolo throwing quickly, that time knocked away by Stevenson. Good play. We brought in Stevenson to be kind of the true number 2 with Pat Surtain, and so far the true number 2 has really been Damari Mathis, as this is a throw for Davante Adams. Falls incomplete. I think that may have been dropped. 3rd down. Only a minute 50 left to play, and the Raiders haven't given up yet. And, you know, more power to them, I guess. 3rd and 10, flipping the play around. Pat Surtain still following Davante Adams. And Davante Adams beats him off the line this time, has a 1st down. The clock's still running, though. They are in the no-huddle offense. I guess they're trying to keep those timeouts, try and get a stop, as Garoppolo throws for Jacobs and brought down by Drew Sanders at the 5. They do have to burn one of those timeouts for an injury, though. 1st and goal from the 5. Needing a touchdown here, obviously, and then potentially an onside kick, but now with the 2 timeouts gone, they can't kill the clock that way. Incomplete. Sorry, I said the 2 timeouts gone. I meant the 2 timeouts remaining. Can't really kill the clock in that fashion anymore. 2nd and goal from the 5. Garoppolo. All kinds of time, but it's running out. Throws it away. At the first sign of pressure, he always throws it away. I guess it's just the safe thing to do, but in this situation, it doesn't seem very intelligent. 3rd and goal from the 5. And that is incomplete in the direction of Michael Mayer, and I mean, they have to go for this. 4th and goal. Kelvin Joseph is in coverage on the far right on Mayer. See how that works out, as this is incomplete. Denver takes over, and that is your ball game. And there you have it. Denver gets their 2nd win on the season, improves to 2-4 through 6 weeks, and the Raiders, who were above 500 at 3-2, fall to 3-3. The 2nd divisional win on the season for Denver. Of course, 0-2 against the Chiefs, but 2-0 so far against the Chargers and the Raiders. So not too bad. 2 wins in the division on the entire season is honestly good enough for me. Take a look at the player stats. Jimmy G had a ton of yards, but was very inaccurate. 21 of 52, 40% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Tyler Huntley had a couple bad interceptions, which I think you could argue are on me for attempting to throw it down the field when he has bad deep accuracy. But 24-38, 4 touchdowns and 2 picks. Those 2 picks were both inaccuracies that I honestly don't have any control over. So, you know, I'll call it 50-50 split between me and the game. Rushing, Tajay Spears had 34 attempts, 5.9 a carry, 201 yards in his debut in a Broncos uniform. Absolutely insane performance. I wish we could have gotten him a touchdown, but the one guy who did get a touchdown was Jaleel McLaughlin. Through the air, Chester Truman didn't break 100 yards today, but did have 7 receptions for 98 and 2 touchdowns. Marvin Mims 4 for 45. Josh Reynolds wasn't very involved in the second half, but had a number of catches, including a big 37-yard reception, 4 for 65. Spears 2 for 11, Parham 2 for 41, and Simmons 1 for 4. That may have been his first catch as a professional. Defensively, Baron Browning a sack and a half, 2 TFLs, Nick Benito a sack and 2 TFLs, Zach Allen 2 TFLs and half a sack. A good day for the defense for the most part. No picks, no turnovers of any kind though. Nick Benito has an upgrade following that game. What does he need to work on? Honestly, his block shedding more than anything else. So let's give him some run stopper. Try to get that block shedding up. I think he could become a pretty good pass rusher. Plus 3 block shedding is huge. Oh, I didn't see this. The 49ers signed Joe Shields from our practice squad. So we traded them to acquire Tyler Huntley, and then they took Joe Shields from our practice squad. How interesting from the Niners. Oh boy, oh boy, we have a lot going on in the next episode. This is going to be Tajay Spears. He could gain superstar development in only his second game as a Bronco. That is ridiculous. We also have a breakout defensive lineman. I'm not sure who this could be. Obviously, Baron Browning had an excellent game, but is already X Factor. My guess is it might be Nick Benito, which would be a pretty big deal if we could get him to star development. That would help out a lot. He's very young still. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Finally, the second win on the season for the Broncos. If you are enjoying the series and you find yourself coming back on the regular, hit that sub button for me. It does help me out a lot. We're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year now because you guys crushed 500. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode where we'll face off against the Bucks.